Hi, it's Nathan. Schedule 6 through 9 of the Model WHS Regulations covers classification of chemicals, safety data sheet requirements, and packaging and labeling requirements. Important thing to remember here is if you're just in health and safety or you're a business owner, none of these really apply to you. Your main legal duty is just basically have the SDS and use the chemical in accordance with the SDS. But Schedule 6 is classification of mixtures, so it gives like the thresholds for when a substance, when a mixture of a substance actually becomes hazardous. So for example, benzene, which is used in like plastics manufacturing, other industrial processes, it's a carcinogen, so we know it's hazardous. But what if it's in a mixture where it's only 1%, 0.1%, 0.01%? So this has a bunch of chemicals and the cutoff levels for when they become hazardous. Schedule 7 basically writes into law the globally harmonized system for safety data sheets, basically saying that this is what goes in a safety data sheet. It's a carbon copy of the globally harmonized system with a few small additions. Needs to have the Australian supplier and the Australian emergency contact details. Schedule 8 is really just a technicality. It basically just says that importers, suppliers, manufacturers can't be sneaky and try to hide hazardous substances by sort of grouping them into a mixture and then calling it something else. So if there's a hazardous substance in there, it has to be listed by its like true generic name. So you can't do funny business and try to hide it in there. And then Schedule 9 is just more on the globally harmonized system for packaging and labeling. If you're using it in the workplace, it's not going to be huge. It's not going to be a huge one for you unless you're decanting, in which case you just need to have suitable packaging, suitable labeling. But there's a bunch of requirements in this schedule for manufacturers and suppliers around the requirements for packaging and labeling, pictographs, hazard statements, all that sort of stuff. Hope that helps.